Hitler comes to power from 29, takes power in 33. US corporate investment declines everywhere on continental Europe apart from one country. Nazi Germany, where between 1929 and 1940 it increases by 48.5%. That's almost 50% on a graph. That'd be like this. Ford, ITT, International Harvester, IBM, Union Banking Corps, General Motors. So, if the countries of the world start buying and selling oil in euros, not dollars, it's the collapse of US capitalism. You gotta nip that in the bud, and to stop it catching on, you gotta make an example of someone. Therefore, I believe we may begin to imagine the war in Iraq as a very public punishment beating. You have to imagine the world's the Bronx housing project, and the US is the #1 crack-dealing mafia don on the block. Anybody wants to buy rock in this neighborhood, you better come to me. Otherwise, you're going to end up like that fucking guy over there. Take a good look, everybody. And it's right after Operation Desert Fox. Everyone's watching as Iraq comes limping back to his first day at work at the petrol station. And he lifts the drop-lock shutters and he gets to the PA system in the forecourt and says, "Okay, everybody, come to me. I sell rock and they crack to everybody. I don't care." And leaning out of the Andes tower blocks, 3rd floor balcony, Venezuela, Bolivia and Peru are looking down, and Venezuela calls down to America. Compañero, I thought you said you had this neighborhood under control. Hey, don't make me come up there and deal with you. You tried that last week, my friend. You could not get up these stairs. Maybe I come down there to you. You do that. Right now, I got business to take care of. And he always gets the boys on a baseball bats. And they go up to Iraq and they get him by the hair. And they drag him into the arc light of the petrol station forecourt. Okay, everybody, take a good look at this guy. Iran, Syria, you watching? Brazil. Maybe you're thinking about not implementing the IMF austerity package. Take a good look at this guy. See what happens next. Wham! And they bloody Malay rock, trample him into the dirt, cut off his ears, and when the dust settles, the United States is leaning on his bloody, bespattered, splintered baseball bat, getting his breath back. And Venezuela, meanwhile, has come down to the petrol station forecourt and is walking around America. That fight took it out of you, compañero. 10 years ago, you take this guy, you don't even break sweat. This time, I gotta tell you, I don't think you could have taken him at all. If it was not for the help of your little friend. You mean this bitch? Well, you know, when he says bitch, what he really means, of course. Shut up! Shut up! I got this neighborhood under control. At which point a Hyundai driven by North Korea speeds past Death to America! You were saying, compañero, about control? I could not hear because someone was shouting "Death to America" very loudly in my ear. Would you care to repeat for me? You want a piece of me? Anytime you like. Okay, let's go. Let's go up to fight and hear this noise. Hey, look up. Here comes China. Is there a problem? No problem at all, sir. No problem at all. We owe you $149 billion. Keep buying those dollars to buy oil. No problem at all. A little local difficulty. Everything taken care of. Everything under control. I just felt I couldn't get all that across on one answer on question time. Here's how shallow I am. For all the fascinating, terrifying things happening in China, I just can't get my head past this one central fact of Chinese political life, which is that the president of China is called Hu Jintao, and the prime minister of China is called Wen Jiabao. So the president is Hu, and the prime minister is Wen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in a marvelous early 20th century vaudeville routine. Who's Prime Minister of China? No, when's Prime Minister? Who's President? That's what I'm asking. That's what I told you. When? No, when's Prime Minister? I know when's Prime Minister. I want to know who's President. Who's President? Who's the guy? Who's the guy? You got it. What I got? I got nothing. I just told you. When? No, when's Prime Minister? Don't start that again. He was stuck in a jaw. You and whose army? That's what I want to know.